This is the YouTube edition of my book, A Course in Miracles Workbook Nuggets, which is a study aid for the course's workbook for students. I'll begin by reading my book's commentary on today's lesson over a visual of the book's text. I'll then return with some further thoughts on the lesson, which are only included in this YouTube edition of my book. Today's lesson is part of a 10-lesson group that runs from lesson 331 through lesson 340, each of which relates to the ego as understood in the course. I'll be repeating this same introduction for each of lessons 331 through 340, so you can skip past this introduction in the future if you like. Timestamps taking you directly to today's Workbook Nuggets commentary and my further comments are provided in the description below. In the course, the ego is our belief that we are separate and limited bodies with independent minds and wills. The ego is not a real entity, but an illusory, mistaken identity that we believe to be us. The introduction, which precedes these 10 lessons, tells us that, quote, "To know reality is not to see the ego," end quote. Today's lesson from my book and my further thoughts, which are only contained in this YouTube edition of the book, follow. A link to the book on Amazon.com is provided below. Lesson number 336, December 2nd. Forgiveness lets me know that minds are joined. The lesson twice tells us to, quotes, look within. This is another master key. Looking out only shows us more of the world and its striving and problems. Truth is not found there. Why is looking within so hard? Perhaps the ego recognizes the danger to itself and distracts us at all costs. The title of today's lesson is Forgiveness Lets Me Know That Minds Are Joined. Our ordinary worldly perception does not show us joined minds. Rather, our untrained sight shows us separate bodies, each with an individual brain within its skull. Forgiveness gives us a very different view. It sees beyond the illusion of separation and physicality to the spiritual reality beyond. It shows us the kingdom where all minds are joined as the one self we all share. This one self, the Christ consciousness, is what we seek by studying the Course. It is our true identity as a child of God. Individual minds is just another name for egos. As the lesson tells us, forgiveness lets us know that minds are joined. Forgiveness is seeing beyond the illusion to the kingdom. Forgiveness is seeing through the many to the one.